Welcome to High Rollers Live! Yes. I am your dungeon master, Mark Humes, here to guide you in a realm of magic and mystery. A bunch of us are going to play a really nerdy game where you roll dice and stuff happens. Welcome. It's so awesome to see you. My apologies for the technical issues, but we are about to begin embarking on a fantastic game of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition with the High Rollers crew. Speaking of whom, I should introduce our first noble hero to join us here at the table, a hunter of great renown, Reynard Ferrahorn, played by Tom Hazel!
Oh, God! Axel! That'll do. Oh, hello.
Welcome, Tom.
Oh.
Take a seat next to me.
I want to shake your hand.
Why
I
are
thought
you
that's what you were
shaking
going
my
for.
hand?
I thought that's what you were going for.
No.
Hello.
Our next noble adventurer, the beautiful elven princess, Elora Galanadel, played by Katie!
Wow, there's a lot of you here. Hello.
Come, princess. Sit beside me here
Well,
at the
thank
table.
you.
Welcome, our third hero to join us, a rogue and traveler of great renown, Cam Buckland, played by Chris Trottimus! All right, Cam.
Okay,
Stop
stop
faffing
talking
around.
about
Wrap it up.
Sit down.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I
And
can't
last-
put this in. Hold on, Mark.
Oh.
I can't put it in.
Oh.
Perfect.
I've not done the warning yet, Chris Trott. Give me a second. Our last, but not least, hero to join us, the fiery monk, Juto, played by Kim Richards. Welcome, my four adventurers. Before we get things started in the game, a couple of things. First, to all of you joining us, this show contains adult language and adult themes. Consider thyselves warned. Also, there is a danger of things being thrown at you, apparently.
Health and safety. Health and safety.
The second thing, if you are not familiar, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. If you're not familiar with the game, the players will describe to me their actions that they want to take in a fantasy realm. I, as the Dungeon Master, shall adjudicate such decisions, often requiring a dice roll. A final total will decide if they are successful or not, and the rest is all made up on the spot.
Mark,
Yes,
why are you speaking so posh?
I know.
because I am the Dungeon Master, Chris Trottimus.
Never done this before.
Is it because you've got a microphone and not...
And I have a
got to look
stage.
And a theatre full of
Yeah.
people.
Finally,
Sorry.
if at the end of this show you wish to procure marvelous, wondrous merchandise, we have a merchandise stand at the exit, ready to take your gold coins in exchange for wonders. No, I mean, that we do have a card machine, and there is cash available, I believe. So,
Yeah. There is.
so why don't you all give the audience a very brief introduction of who you are playing and your abilities? And we will start with Chris Trott.
Hello. I'm Cam Buckland. I'm a fantastic person. I'm the best player of this
Yep.
team, so I'll be carrying these guys through the adventure today. I am a cleric, which means I'm extremely lawful and nice, and I heal the others and keep them all alive. I also have an ability which was made by Mark, the Dungeon Master. My class is like a Lightborn. No spoilers. I don't always have it. Today I do, right?
Sure.
Thank you. Which means my hair glows like the woman entangled.
Yes, well done.
Yeah.
When I die, I come back to life like an orc.
And you are a bit of a rogue, a scoundrel.
I'm a perfect human being, thank
Yes.
you. Yes.
Moving on, Katie, why don't you tell the audience who you are playing and what they do?
I'm playing Elora Galanadel. She is a druid, and she is her home is the Circle of the Moon Spire. So yeah, she can change into animals. She's also got some spells. She's pretty OP.
Yes.
Really.
Very strong.
Very strong. She's
Yes.
got a very cool belt of frost giant strength, so she can
can
probably
lift,
kick
bro.
all these guys' asses.
Absolutely.
She can lift.
She
Bra.
lifts, bro.
We'll find out.
Tom Hazel, who are you playing? What do you
Greetings.
do?
I am Reynard Ferrahorn, legendary hunter and famed ranger of Talisval.
Look at his moustache.
I don't know if, hopefully they-
Fantastic.
Thank you,
Yeah, we get it.
Tash, for
Thank
that.
you.
The
Yeah.
Tash.
The tash.
Tash for the Tash.
Thanks. Anyway, you may have heard of me.
No one's heard of you.
You may have heard of me. Have you heard? You've heard of me?
No.
Next person.
No, they haven't.
Who cares?
Kim,
Yo.
who are you playing? And what do you do?
I am Juto. I am actually normally purple. I'm normally a tiefling monk. But we didn't have time to put all the
The
paint on.
makeup.
She is an elemental monk, which is also a class that Mark has homebrewed.
Adjusted.
Meaning I have control over the 4 elements and stuff.
If you've ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Yeah, here we go.
kind of on that vibe.
Yeah.
Earth, wind, water, and farts.
Top quality humor there.
There's more of that coming up.
Yeah.
Now you get to see
Lots
Kim's
of that.
face do that in person when
Yeah.
she's making
No,
horrible
don't you
faces.
dare verify that. Right. So, one last thing to explain to all of you, because this is a live show, and we have a live audience here, I thought you guys should be able to have a small effect on the game. You see, the power of fate and luck, normally governed by the goddess Avandra, is in a strange flux this evening. And in fact, your very fates lie in the hands of a mysterious hive mind that exists.
I can't hear them.
At any point, don't worry, we're going to give them a test in a second. At any point, you four, on your turn, if in combat or on a skill check or something, you may beseech fate and ask them to give you their favor, granting you advantage on a skill check. But fate may decide to instead give you disadvantage and ill luck. So you may address the hive mind, the crowd, and you may ask, please, Avandra, bless me with your fortune. And you, audience, you will decide whether it is good luck by yelling, fortune, or bad luck by yelling, fail. So let's try that. Chris Trott, beseech the crowd.
Avandra, please bless me with your fortune. Great.
Excellent
Thanks.
job.
Wow.
Let's try it the other way round. Katie, please bless
Aha!
the audience with their
Whatever.
favor.
Avandra, please bless me with your luck.
Excellent.
Whatever.
You've got the idea perfectly. So you can each do that once during this game.
Okay.
All right? You can beseech
Mark,
the audience for that. luck.
Noticing a flaw.
I don't see any flaw.
There's a little flaw with the audience. I think they're broken.
Well, let me try it. Avandra, bless me with your fortune.
Oh, I'm
That
going
was
to line that
mixed.
as a fail. DM has the ultimate decision, but that was a fail.
Yeah, there's something wrong here.
No, I don't think so. So, with that underway, and because you have all been patiently waiting, shall we begin our adventure?
Yes.
So,
Maybe.
let me set the scene. You are all in the city of Talisval, capital of the Dawn Republic, a place you all know very well. You've been stationed there for some time. You are heroes of renown and respect. In fact, recently, you helped save the town from an evil cloud giant princess and her armies, and you are now being heralded as heroes.
This is the good timeline.
This
Yeah.
is the good timeline. It is the beginning of summer, and the city of Talisval prepares itself for summer festivals. It is a time of joyful spirits. It is a time when people are setting aside preparations, enjoying the good weather. There is a wonderful, vibrant atmosphere amongst the tall buildings of ancient stone amongst the city. And in fact, the Council of Talisval have agreed to put on a concert featuring the greatest bards of across the land in honor of the soldiers and heroes who defended the great city against this evil threat. And so you have all been invited as honored guests to attend this
Fair.
concert. Your friend, Adric, Dragonborn champion of the city, and his companion, Lady Amaryllis, have asked you to head down to the concert early on to ensure that everything's okay, to make the performers feel welcome, make sure that, they're eager to go, and to kind of give a little face to the heroes that they're kind of going to be honoring. You are currently all staying within, let's say, the Temple of Bahamut, one of the great temples within the city. You have awakened, and you've had these summons, and have been told to head down to Journeyman's Way, one of the kind of popular merchant districts of the city, where a grand open-air theatre and a market square in front of it have been prepared for this incredible concert. Is there anything any of you would like to do beforehand, before you head off towards this concert hall?
So, I'm going to look for a fruit vendor.
In fact, there are dozens spread throughout the city. Summertime, it's a wonderful time of preparation. They are selling chilled pears, chilled watermelons. There are parasols and brightly colored fans for sale. This is a great time for the city. Lots of business all over the place. And yeah, you can easily find a fruit seller in town.
I'm just going to swan up to whoever's behind.
Yeah, it's an old
friend.
gnomish, little gnomish fellow.
Hello.
Hello there, my lord. How can I help?
I need the
Would you like a
largest...
cooled melon?
Nope.
Oh,
I need the largest bowl of grapes you've ever seen.
yes, of course. And he
Individually picked. Please. Thank you.
He looks at you, and he kind of seems to get a glimmer. He's like, yes, yes. And he kind of, you hear him like shuffling underneath his merchant stand, like, just a second there. Oh, they're way at the back. Hang on a moment.
They should be at the front.
Well, it's a very special...
You do so much better
very
with
special grapes, of course, my
Of
lord.
course. Good.
And he kind of pulls out a bowl, kind of half full of picked grapes, but some of them have still got the stems on. And he kind of offers this. Very rare, from the farthest reaches of the Dawn Republic.
Adequate. It'll do. I throw some coins.
Just throw.
Thank you, fine sir.
He like gathers up
A pleasure.
20 gold. Oh! Throws.
Cam, I'm curious, what makes a grape not adequate for you? Don't lick them like that.
When they become really small and like really black, and they like...
Yeah, when they've gone off.
No,
When
raisin.
they're raisins.
When they become a raisin.
Right.
Cam, I'm curious, where did you get the coin for all of this?
Yes.
I just stole out of Alora's
Yeah, okay, of course.
purse. It's wide open.
I
See?
mean,
Another 20. Another 20 for you, sir. I'll take the melon.
Yes, the
I'll
cooled
need that
melon.
later. Thank
By all
you.
means, my lord. Oh, he like scoops it up.
Is he offering the coin? Can I take it back?
He's kind of
before he
thrown
gets
it on there. The gnomish melon fellow looks at you so sad. He's like, please, I have a family. Please.
How big is your family?
Cam,
Like,
please
gathers
stop
it all
buying
up.
everything.
This poor gnomish fellow. Look at his face. I'm going to touch
Is
his
he
hand.
really putting it on? Like laying it on
You can make an insight check if you'd like.
Oh.
Can I...
You can make a
Get my
skill check
dice
to
out.
determine how well you can read him.
I'm going to touch his hand and give him guidance.
For a minute.
22.
It's okay, friend.
22 insight for Juto, who's watching this happen.
24.
This guy could not, he probably doesn't have any siblings or any family whatsoever. He's just like, oh, my family. He's lining his pockets.
I'm just. What money have you taken? Give it back.
I don't know. I just
Give it
threw
back.
it all.
It's probably
That
about,
was
about 30 gold currently.
I'm
Fine,
gonna just
I'll
keep
scrape
my
whatever's
purse
left.
on the other side.
Tie it up so a bit tighter.
Like,
Okay.
yeah. If you do it again, I'm gonna punch you in the arm.
Grape. Grape. I'm going to try and push it to Laura's mouth.
I'm gonna punch him in the arm.
Okay. Will you make me a strength saving throw
Yeah, I
there?
thought I would. 17.
17. I'd say that's enough. Like, you get kind of punched and shoved, but you don't fall down. You're just kind of like...
It's fine.
All right, there you go. And yeah, the whole city is abuzz. But you've been given directions to this concert hall, and yeah, Adric and Lady Amaryllis have just kind of mentioned that they'd like you to go down there, make sure everything's okay, kind of show your face around, make everybody feel welcome before the whole thing kicks off this evening.
Can I just point out that the last time we had a concert in Talisval with a performance that Adric was at,
People don't remember that, though.
I got in a lot
This
of
is the
trouble.
good timeline. That didn't happen.
Good timeline.
Okay. I set fire to the place.
She did.
It's almost like you do that with every place. But never mind. So, I'm assuming you guys want to head off down there.
I'm satisfied
Okay.
with this whole transaction.
So, you make your way down through the city, and again, this kind of bright, the sun is shining, everybody's in good mood. But as you get closer and closer to the address you've been given, you notice that there's quite a few more of the, what they call the guild shields, this kind of militia organization, kind of like the City Watch. They wear green livery, they carry shields emblazoned with a multitude of symbols that represent the different guilds of the city. And you can see that they've almost kind of set up like a bit of a cordon. There's a couple of them kind of standing guard. You can see that there are lumberers and carpenters and woodworkers all kind of building a stage in front of this large open market square. But yeah, the guards are kind of keeping civilians away, and you overhear a couple of them like, no, sorry, it's not ready yet. You can't come in. Come back later this evening. You can't come in yet. Come back a bit later. And yeah, they don't seem to be letting anybody pass immediately.
Lumberers and...
Carpenters, stoneworkers, that sort of thing.
Can I see a brother of mine?
Or hear him.
Yeah, or hear him.
You look around, and you don't immediately see him or hear him at this point.
Okay.
You're not sure if he's there or if he's just being uncharacteristically quiet.
Uncharacteristically quiet.
Yeah.
Can I just... I feel like it's like a call. If I just... Will he respond?
You hear very faintly from the back of this kind of series of buildings, almost like they've been built as like dressing rooms and things like that. You hear, ha ha, ha ha.
Oh no.
Brother.
Is this how you find each other? Do you
Yeah.
just walk in a direction and do that?
It's how I know which direction to go in the city.
I mean, Laura, you're a
Fair.
druid. You know a lot about nature. There are animals which communicate with like echolocation. You imagine that this is some sort of Ferrohorn similar ability.
Still straight.
Gets a bit louder. Ha ha. Judo.
Nice!
And then you see this burly, for everyone else, it's this burly, barrel-chested, Gaston-figured, pompadoured hair, clean-shaven but with a nice, strong butt chin, with a big sort of lumberjack's axe over one shoulder, kind of swanning up. He's like, Reynard, hello!
Walter, my brother,
Hello!
How was, whatever it is you're doing?
Oh, I was working on the stage, but they've told me not to bother anymore.
Is
And the
it-
guards are like, sorry, mate, can you keep it down a little bit, please? All right. They're
why
like,
do they not
he's
want-
like, oh, and he looks around surprised.
Why are you shushing him? What's
Oh,
happening?
the guards are like, oh, Miss Galanadel, so glad you're here. There's been an incident. One of the Guild Shield's investigators is here, but we could use your help, all of your help investigating it.
At that, I'm gonna start like sniffing the air, and then I'm just gonna be like,
No burning.
"There's been a murder.
He like looks at you. He's like, how did you know?
I can smell blood."
Is she just trying to freak him out? Like with the
I don't
eye?
know. Are you? You smell like stale sweat, sawdust.
I smell blood.
Okay. He's just like, my God, by the gods, really? Well, look, you should come in immediately. If you can tell that from this far away, you'll no doubt be invaluable to the investigation. Inspector Silverbeard would want to speak with you immediately.
Sorry?
Okay.
Inspector Silverbeard.
Oh, okay, I did hear that right.
Well, yeah.
Silverbeard.
At this point, I've put the bowl of grapes on the floor,
Okay.
Carrying them just around.
just checking discreetly if I am bleeding.
Okay. You're not.
Good.
It's all good.
I do up my trousers and carry on.
Wow. Wow. It's that kind of game, eh, Chris? Right. So, the guardsman will happily lead you kind of inside the market square, and he leads you to the stage where you can see people are making adjustments, but there's not really any work going on. They're kind of like fiddling with things. A lot of laborers kind of sitting around not doing anything. Baltier is just like, I gotta go. Bye, brother. And he heads off.
Yeah.
And as you kind of reach it, you are led to a kind of small side room, almost looks like a dressing room, where sat in an enormous kind of wizard's hat, smoking a pipe,
Is Mark
is a, no, not me, is a dwarf, an older-looking dwarf. He's got a monocle in one eye, big pipe in one hand, and he's kind of sat with his feet up, muddy boots, up on a small table, and he kind of looks over, he's like, well, what do we have here?
Does he have a silver beard?
He has a very grey, silvery beard.
I think this might be Inspector Silverbeard.
Indeed, I am Klaus von Silverbeard, master investigator. Ah. You must be one of the Ferrohorn boys.
Yes.
Aren't you going to ask me how I knew that?
Is it the Bumblebee outfit?
Indeed. Also, you wear your family's crest, and your hands are very unworn, as if you've not done much work in your life.
I've done plenty of work, thank you
Accurate.
very much.
Very accurate.
Indeed.
And what do you know of the rest of us?
An elf? Judging by the mud on your boots, you enjoy the outdoors. A druid, perhaps. Judging by the strange jewelry on your head, some affinity to the moon.
Oh my.
Yes.
He's a wizard.
Well, partly.
And what of me?
Vagabond. Homeless, perhaps, judging
What?
by the state of your hair. One of your teeth seems quite crooked, perhaps inbred of sort.
And the smell. Don't
Ex-bandit?
What about her?
An easy one, my dear. This one, clearly from the desert kingdom of Brasaris, judging by the clothing. A tiefling, demon-blooded, likely a warlock, some sort of nefarious spell maker, made a pact with the devil, no doubt, judging by those cold, killer eyes. No doubt a criminal yourself.
I'm just going to do my death stare.
Anyway, if I'm not mistaken, you have some affinity with the Champions Hold, the council. I remember seeing some of your faces in some works. I'm afraid there's been a murder.
Sorry, there's a...
A murder!
No, one more time, I can't... You need to...
Murder!
And,
A murder.
oh,
Yes.
murder.
I believe I've already solved the case, but I'm not I appreciate that you may wish to test your investigatory skills.
No, if you could just tell us who did it, that would be a lot easier.
Well, I wouldn't want to give it away. You might leak information to the suspect before I can collar them with some Loctite evidence.
You could also just tell us who that is, and then we can go.
Well, I believe it might be the orcs.
Just
That's a sweeping
the
statement.
orcs.
All
Yeah.
of them.
No. You should probably be aware of what's happened. He kind of was like, where is that little Weasley man? Where are you? Raphael, where is he? And a kind of very thin moustache, tiny little pointy Shakespearean beard, human man, kind of slicked back hair, very dark clothing, kind of skin tight. Yes. Oh my goodness. Master Ferrohorn, and he comes up and he's like, offers a hand. He's like, yeah, it's a pleasure. Miss Juto, yes. Hero, Miss Jing, Miss Galanadel, he bows quite heavily. Mr. Buckland, he kisses all of the hands.
You don't. Lesson learned. Don't go too close. Don't touch.
Thank you for the warning, Miss Galanadel.
You'll know next time.
I'm so glad that you have come. There's been a terrible incident, and now they are accusing my performers. My accent has changed.
Yes, it has.
It has changed. I'm going to stick with this one now.
A
All right.
disguise.
Yes. No, not a disguise. Anyway, there's been an incident, and my performers are now under suspect. The concert, it will not occur. You cannot be special guests.
Oh, that is very concerning. Oh, it must be a spell in the air.
What has happened to your voice?
What has happened to yours?
No, I was always talking this way.
Where are you?
Crazy
Wait, I'm back
man.
to normal now.
The madness has set in, I see. I'm afraid that one
What
of the
information do you know that you can tell us?
one of the performers, a satyr from the Greenwood, beautiful singer. She could summon birds and small animals to join her in chorus. Flitterjoy. She was found dead, and most bizarrely, the room that she was in has been drained of all color. All of the light and color has been drained from the room that she was in.
Question,
Oh, yes.
did they just snuff out the candles? Is it just dark in there?
No. Come see, Mr. Buckland. Come see.
Am I allowed in? Is it not cordoned off?
You are heroes of the city. You are masters of magic and blade and crossbow, and you are more than suitable. And you hear just Klaus go like, I highly doubt that.
Well, lead the way. Raphael. Always French.
Huh?
What?
What?
Raphael, lead the way.
What is wrong with the French accent and the
Saying
name
it was
Raphael?
It was always French.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Come this way.
Right.
And he kind of saunters off. And as you pass through a series of rooms, kind of set up like dressing rooms, practice rooms, a small kind of office, all with kind of thick wooden doors with like locks on them and things like that, you pass a few other individuals. You see a group of 4 orcs, or some of them might be half orcs. They all wear kind of tribal-looking outfits with like bone necklaces and bone headdresses, and they carry these big, thick-looking war drums with big sort of like bone drumsticks and things like that. And they're kind of like sat looking very angrily kind of at the edge of like one of these dressing rooms. And as you walk past them, they kind of eye you very carefully. And they see Elora, you just hear like a "Rakta-mata," and they spit on the ground as you kind of walk past. Raphael's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. They are
Anyone
so
speak
savage.
Orc? What did they
I
just
do.
say?
Do you speak Orc?
I have the thing that means I...
You can speak all languages.
Yes.
So they said something along the lines of like, oh, filthy knife ear kind of thing. Like it was like a slur about
Okay.
elves and things like that.
At hearing that,
Yes.
I will
I will
turn to
punch
them.
one in the face.
And in perfect Orcish, I
Okay.
will say, how did you just address my friend?
He kind of looks at you, and it's a particularly nasty-looking orc with a bunch of scars on its face. And he kind of turns to you, and like the color drains out of Raphael's face as he kind of stands up, and he's kind of quite hunched. And you can see that there are kind of blackened, almost like his fingertips have been set on fire multiple times. And he kind of gets up, gets right in your face. And in Orcish, he says, I called her filthy knife ear.
She is a princess.
A princess of filthy murderers.
What is your problem?
I don't like elves, if you hadn't guessed. And now they are trying to pin a murder of one of their filthy fey kind on us.
Well, did you do it?
I wouldn't waste my time.
I'm going to pull Reynard to one side and say,
Yeah, we don't.
I'm in the middle of this.
You just hear like, Akbatala Bakbata.
why are they hoiking up phlegm at each other?
I don't understand what's going on, but I don't think it's good.
They both developed
No.
coughing.
As this exchange is going on, you kind of hear a figure kind of like moving behind you, and you just hear like, oh, don't pay them no mind, my friends. They've got no culture to them dirty orcs. And when you turn to see this new voice, you see a red-skinned tiefling in a very sequined-looking white suit with tassels along the back, a Stetson hat with holes for the horns, his tail kind of swishing behind him, and he just kind of tips it. How do you do, friends?
Wow.
Greetings.
Hello.
We are about to begin an investigation. I'd like to start...
Well, that's mighty nice to hear, friend. I hope that we can get this unfavorable business dealt with and the concert back on track.
I missed where the... I don't know how we tell time in this world. I missed where the sun was. Can you tell me what time it is, actually?
The time right now?
Right now,
Are
yeah.
you asking me or
I'm
the
asking-
fellow, the guard who runs this place?
You, actually. Is it
Oh, I don't know.
around noon?
Nearish noon.
I
Perhaps midday.
It's midday.
It's midday.
Okay.
Somewhere.
And yeah, he just kind of tips his hat, and he seems particularly, he kind of tips his hat very much to Elora. The name's Tyran Plainsdrifter. I'm a little bit of a singer myself. It'd be awful shame to cancel this here mighty fine concert. I hope that somebody can get to the bottom of all this.
Taipan's plane drifter. What was that?
Tyran Plainsdrifter.
Tyran.
Yep, that's me.
Why are you here?
Well, I'm a singer, my friend.
Oh, you're a performer.
You never heard any of my songs?
No? Could you give me...
You never heard Nine Hells Drifter?
No.
Devil's Eyes?
I make my own music, if I'm honest.
Oh, you're a performer yourself. Who are you? I've never heard of you.
Never mind.
You're having a bit of a bad day, aren't you?
Howdy, friend.
I think I need you to recite one of your songs real quick if I need to.
No. I save my performances for much later on.
Of course.
Perhaps if you're lucky, you might hear my classic, Heartbreaking Succubi.
Was that the song?
Well, of course.
Oh, okay.
If you hadn't told, I'm a tiefling.
Okay.
Why, hi there, young lady.
I'm Orc arguing with orcs.
Oh, that's you arguing with orcs. That's true.
Yeah.
I'm
So
busy right now.
you guys encounter these guys. The orc kind of squares up with you, but then he just kind of goes like, I have no quarrel with you, tiefling. Your kind can be respected. You know the pains of chain.
I do, and we are investigating this incident.
Good.
And we will probably, maybe,
I wish to congratulate whoever killed the Fey scum.
you will apologize to my friend.
Juto,
You will
what's happening?
By Grumush,
apologize.
I would like to see you make me.
I was going to use thaumaturgy to start my eyes kind of glowing red.
Okay. He does actually seem a little bit, he kind of is like, don't bring your devil powers to me.
Do you know who we are?
He kind of squints. I've heard of you.
We are the heroes of Talis Val.
Just kind of snorts.
Juto, do you want some cough medicine or something? Seriously. What is this?
I'm just going to ignore him.
Does it seem like, looking at it, that it's aggressive? Because obviously we don't understand.
They're speaking aggressively, like,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah, and their faces are quite angry. But the guy has clearly backed off Juto. Like, he's kind of
Okay.
keeping a distance now. Raphael is like, please, come with me. This matter, I will deal with them. I'm so sorry, Miss Jing, Miss Galandra. And he, like, turns in, he's like, Alakabada, and he starts speaking Orcish, and you can hear him. He's like, please, stop this. These are guests, you won't get paid if you continue in this behavior. And then orcs kind of, like, back off there. They kind of go and sit down.
Team, huddle. I open up my arms and I wait for them to huddle around me.
I'll turn around and look in the right direction, but I'm not huddling.
Cam, Raphael came near you and gagged when he smelled, so I'm not going to come into a huddle, but I'm listening though.
You haven't washed since the battle.
Yeah,
Your body washes itself after a while.
that's not true.
It does.
No.
That's what
think-
sweat's for. Right? Anyway, now I don't want to stereotype, but the orcs probably did it. Let's be honest.
I'm going to slap him.
Sorry, did I miss something?
I did not take you for a racist, Cam Buckland.
But they're aggressive, look at them! Sorry.
They start laughing at Cam.
Probably saying something.
What did they say?
Look at this idiot.
True.
How many orcs are there?
4.
Let's just put them all in jail.
I
Job
thought
done.
better of you, Mr. Human.
But they'd be fine in jail. It's quite nice nowadays.
I once
been
thought that
recently?
humans were pathetic and weak.
But I'm Lightborn, so it doesn't really count. I'm a bit more special.
Ow.
You have proved otherwise.
Raphael is also like,
I'll take it.
Wait,
well, I suppose I am not very strong.
As I mentioned, I once thought all humans were pathetic and weak. What I'm saying is you should not make judgments as such.
Yes.
There's
Well-
a lot of race talk going on here.
Perhaps I could show you the scene of the crime before you jump to conclusions
Yeah,
on who has done
maybe.
it. Perhaps.
Is the building on lockdown for the people who were present?
Yes, everyone who is present has not been
Okay.
permitted to leave.
So
We just
any
want
of
to
the
get things
performers-
sorted.
We should talk to most of the performers then.
Do you wish to meet with them before I show you the
We should-
murder scene?
We will see the scene first.
Okay, come with me.
I'm going to grab Raphael.
Ah!
Where were you the night of the murder?
Hi, I was in my office, sir.
It's okay. It's fine.
Sorry. If it's not the orcs, it's got to be him.
This concert is my life, sir. I would not.
Yeah, and you killed for it, wouldn't you?
No.
Can I do an insight check on his
Yeah, sure.
reaction? 20, unnatural 20.
20. In fact, I wish I could. I'm gonna lean over and whisper. I can't get up. Damn it.
Do
You are Mike
Write it
as
down.
well.
Yeah, I
Write-
am Mike. That's
write
Like,
it
if
down.
Write
you
a
were to
note.
whisper
Could write a
literally
note.
everyone would
I'll
hear.
write a
Write
note
a note.
while you do this.
Write me a
Everyone
note,
here,
Mark.
right?
While this is going on, could I insight check slyly what is it?
Who?
A sly
like the guy with
insight.
the
A
Stetson.
sly insight, yeah, Stetson man.
So what are you going to
Oh, okay.
What's a sly?
What are you
Well, like,
looking? Are you
while-
just analyzing his character?
Well,
What would
like
you
while
to
this
do?
is going on, I want to see how he is acting or how he's looking towards us. Like, is he almost like,
Did he do it?
did he do
Okay.
it? Is he
Yeah.
sitting there saying, got away with the murder?
Yeah, you can make an insight check. Ooh.
That's an unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, sure.
All the notes.
Yeah.
Are the orcs
I feel
still,
like I should be writing
glaring?
something.
Or are they have the orcs calmed down, or are they still?
Yeah, they've kind of backed off now. They're kind
Okay.
of like, they've stepped away. They kind of give you death glares every now and often then, but that's it.
I mean, they probably did something else criminal.
Wow.
Just like tense my muscles a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They kind of like, there's almost a kind of mark of, like they kind of seem surprised at how athletic you seem.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. I got you. Raphael leads you to. This is our second practice room for the performers to prepare themselves. And you can immediately see, upon arriving, the door and parts of the walls around it kind of shimmer with a miasma, like almost like a very faint speckling, like almost like a haze. And the walls and door itself have turned completely gray, black, like it's as if all the color has been drained out of it. Raphael is like, I must warn you, when we have attempted to go inside, we have felt strange, drained of energies, that sort of thing.
Could do any kind of arcane check to see if it's something that we recognize in terms of spells or anything.
Absolutely you can. That would be an Arcana check, if you want to determine its magical nature.
I got no idea what this is.
Yeah, you've never really, it's not something you've necessarily seen before.
26.
26, okay. So looking at this effect, you don't think it's a spell you've ever seen or heard of. It's the fact that it's drained the color out of it completely is very unusual. And you suspect that whatever has caused this must be quite a potent effect. Either a very powerful spell, perhaps a creature, or maybe a relic of some kind. Like,
Is there
definitely
any-
something beyond normal spellcasting.
Okay. Is there any markings around the room at all other than that?
Not
sort
outside of the
miasma?
room, no.
Can we not go in, but sort of look?
You'd have to open the door.
Oh, the door isn't open.
The door is open. The door is closed currently.
Right. I do not want to touch that door.
You just
I
open
go
the door? Okay, so you kind of feel a chill cold as you open it, and it opens outwards. And when you look inside, you can see about a 15-foot by 10-foot wide room, completely drained of color, black and white entirely. The features kind of have difficulty blending in, and you can kind of pick apart some details, but without the color differentiations, it's kind of hard. You can see kind of tables, sofas, a desk with kind of what looks like sheet music written on it, and in the middle of the floor, kind of like looking up with a clenched hand, is she almost appears elven at first, like long, beautiful hair. Her ears are kind of sloped but not pointed, and her nose is ever so slightly flattened, almost like a deer's, with like speckled cheeks and a furry skin. And you can see that beneath a dress of multi-layered leaves are kind of digitrade legs, like a satyr. She's a satyr, a kind of bow-legged fey creature. And she's kind of like, and she looks as if like all the life has just been sucked out of her. And she's desperately kind of like reaching
Is
towards
she drained of color as well?
She is completely drained of color. Everything
Okay.
in the room appears to be drained of color.
And she's held in this statue-like pose,
Yes.
lying on the floor.
Yes.
Terrified.
So the outside of the door was drained of color, and the whole inside.
Yes, and you can see all the walls, the ceiling, like almost like a radius has been like drained.
It's likely someone cast some sort of spell.
Mr. Racist Human, lend me your bandana.
Don't label me, Juto. I'm an individual, and I do so much more than being a racist.
Lend me your bandana.
I'm not gonna actually.
Yeah, it took a long time to put that on. Okay,
But I've got bandana hair.
When do you not have? But you haven't bathed in so.
Have you ever
the
seen it
hair
with it
is
off?
really-
Ever?
Yeah.
In the 2 years we've known each other, have I ever taken this off? I'm worried what's in there, if I'm honest.
Are you aware that
Actually,
you have
that's
a
true.
nest of baby birds in there?
I hear noises, I do hear chirping,
Yes.
but I don't know if that's just, the voices.
Is there genuinely like animal sounds coming from his bandana? Could I hear them if there were?
Yes.
I'm
There's a roar.
concerned for their
just hear like a-
welfare.
Yeah.
I think we should free them from their prison. Take it
Should
off.
shave Cam.
What?
Take the bandana off.
We should shave
They're
his
not
hair
safe.
and
It
free them.
peels off.
It's like a
Oh no. no.
And then a bunch of baby birds fall out. They like.
Can I make sure
Do they
they're
die?
okay?
No, they just kind of like fall. They kind of slowly float. Elora catches some of them,
I'll just keep the birds.
like a moth.
No, I'm not getting.
Okay, you're just
Can
gonna
they
keep
fly?
them. No, they're like, well, they can kind of like flap a bit.
I'll just keep them just now until I can go somewhere that's safe.
What are they eating in there, honestly?
Leftover of your food.
I do eat
Do
sloppily.
you keep
You just
grapes
kind of
in there?
throw it up. Every time you eat like seeds, you just throw it in the air.
Wait, we can train the birds to figure out the murder of some kind.
I'm gonna move the bird.
You have the bandana.
away.
I'm going to put the bandana on the end of my guandao and sort of just gingerly poke it into the room to see if anything happens to it.
Nothing happens to it. It doesn't change color. You
Okay.
don't see any visible signs.
Wait, it remains green.
Yeah.
Oh,
Interesting.
stays
so,
green.
So whatever happened was an instantaneous thing, and then
Absolutely.
I'm gonna try and shove Reynard into the room.
Gah. I'm in.
Okay. Make a charisma saving throw for me, please.
Oh no.
So a saving throw represents people's ability to
Uh-oh.
resist things.
Yeah.
You got a.
I got a natural 1.
Yes!
you could ask.
You could have asked.
You
but
could
you didn't.
ask.
Oh, is it too late?
Well, actually, you could ask now. But then, no, because you've already rolled. I'm going to say that. You have to ask it before you roll. Exactly, and then he's already rolled a 1. So I'd rather save that.
Fine.
So, when you get in, Reynard, you just immediately, you feel this just intense kind of depression come over you. Like, what's the point in everything? Like, you feel like your hopes and dreams just sucked away from you. All your energy, you're just like, you find it hard to stay awake.
You know what? Whatever. Dead. We'll all be dead one day. I'm going home.
Reynard?
Just like lay down on the ground in the room.
Just curl up. Oh.
Is he full color?
Yep, he remains fully colored.
Reynard, can you crawl over out of the room again?
No.
I,
What's the point anyway?
you might feel a bit better about it,
A little
Reynard.
bit better about what? I know you don't like me anyway.
When
He's
have
got
we
a
ever
point.
said that? Cam,
He could just stay there.
do you want me to throw you in?
No, I can walk in, thank you. I'm gonna walk in.
Charisma saving throw.
Well, I look to the skies and think,
No,
maybe
no.
Avandra could bless my luck.
I know what the.
I'm going to call a fortune on that. Like, that sounded like a fortune to me.
Did it? It
sounded
sounded
like
like a
fail.
fail from this
All right,
side.
let's
like
do it
a
again.
fail.
No, okay, you're right. That was a fail.
Very much a single syllable.
Yeah, it's a disadvantage on the roll.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that a lot. I've already got 2. It's a
But,
2.
but what's your bonus?
charisma-
What you got?
8.
Unfortunately, as Cam, you get in, again, this kind of sense of horrid depression and misery and what's the point in everything. Like, you just feel all your hopes and dreams sucked away from you.
I wish I was murdered.
I could
You
oblige.
just kind of like sit on the floor next to Reynard.
Get away from me.
I'm just going to poke them with the butt end of my guandao. Just
Just like jab.
no, just like
Oh, just gently
I'm
poking.
just trying to see if they've.
I mean, yeah, it's up to you.
It's not
Use
going to
the
react.
pointy end. Just use the pointy end.
No.
Right here.
No. Oh.
Raphael turns to Elora. He's like, this is the problem that we encountered when the investigator and the guards went inside. They just became thoroughly depressed.
Oh,
I can
very
think of a
miserable.
problem.
thanks for telling
You
us,
could have
Raphael.
told us before.
I did actually try and say that there was something, and then you threw this one in, and
Oh, well, fair. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, Raymond, grab onto the end of the guandao.
No.
Do it.
give me an
Why?
intimidation check.
An intimidation check.
Yeah.
Oh, Avandra. Would you bless me with this intimidation check?
That was definitely a fortune.
We're never getting out of this room.
Oh, you will.
14.
14. I think that's enough. Like, you're kind of like, fine.
I guess so.
So I'm gonna like drag him out.
Okay, so as you drag him out, the effect fades. As soon as you're out of the room, the effect goes away.
Ha Do I know what just happened? Like,
You are very much aware that whatever kind of malignant force was used in this room has some sort of lingering effect that just kind of just sucks all the life and hope out of you, basically.
oh, it's dark in there. I mean, emotionally dark. You'll love it. I'm gonna
She
try
might
and
push
pull
you back
Cam
in
out.
again if you're not careful.
In fact, when you say that, I've just got a hand. Like, just
No, no.
No.
If they turn back to me, I'm flat out.
Just
Face-
like lying plank.
face down.
Can I find the grapes that he left and just throw grapes at him?
There were no grapes left.
He said
Oh,
he put the ball.
they went before we arrived at the
I have magic grapes from the place you're from.
The Moonspire.
Yeah, the sparkly ones.
the sparkly
You mean the ones that you got rid of because they got swollen?
Yeah.
But anyway,
No grapes. Damn.
what would you like to do?
I mean,
I don't have
So was it-
anything else to throw.
it's just an
Can
immediate
we-
thing that just, I went in there and immediately depressed.
Can we try and do the same thing and get him out?
Leave him in there. This will be easier without him.
It might be. I'm genuinely considering that it might be.
After about a minute of you discussing, Cam, can you make another charisma saving throw for me?
Certainly. Ooh. 19.
19. You kind of like, you realize that this effect, this kind of depression isn't natural. This isn't Cam Buckland. Cam Buckland's awesome. And you kind of, the effect kind of...
I'm great.
Ugh.
You know what? No, life still sucks. But it's still got me in it, so.
Oh, he's back.
Perked up. I guess the
Hooray.
magic's gone. I'm going to walk in.
Okay, charisma saving.
I'm not even.
Don't come in!
It's 13.
13 is enough, yeah. You go in and actually this time you know what to expect.
Oh, well.
You're okay.
There's a magical effect. It makes us depressed.
It's gone now, in fact.
It won't work
Yeah.
on you, Juto.
Would it work on Juto?
It might
Mark-
work
Mark-
better on
It might, it might go really
You
bad.
enter.
Yeah.
You don't need to make a saving throw. Your life's already depressing.
Wow. Wow.
Darkness, no parents. You're fine.
Literally no parents. Like, that's Juto's backstory. She has no parents, was a slave.
Yep.
Thank
So it can't get worse than that.
Yep,
so
and I have
you're
to
fine.
travel around with cams.
Yeah.
You know.
You're just like, meh,
High
no
five.
day, no change.
I do not see the problem here.
No.
Weird.
Alora, please. I don't want to see it.
What?
Just don't step into the room. I can't imagine what it'd be like on you.
I'm gonna step into the room.
Okay, charisma,
Because I'm curious.
charisma
because-
saving throw for you. Happy bundle of joy, Alora.
13.
13's enough. You walk in, absolutely fine.
Cool.
You're like happy thoughts. You think of a sunny, flowery day in the woods and cute bunnies and doggos.
Look at her
and it's all
face
fine.
dropped. It's awful. You must be so sad.
I'm gonna punch him in the arm.
Okay, 1 point of damage.
Ah.
Damn
What
it.
was
Ow.
I saying earlier about humans being pathetic?
So, now that you're all in the room, you
Great.
can see that there is a couple of things that obviously maybe you didn't spot before. There's like a kind of almost like a dresser just behind the door where you came in. There is, you can see the sheet music is kind of splayed out on like one of these tables, and you can notice that there are definitely things like a few like scorch marks on the ground. The satyr's body is kind of in an awkward position, almost like she was kind of like trying to like lunge at somebody or maybe push somebody away or stop somebody doing something. And yeah, she seems to be in an awkward position. One hand's actually clutching her dress, and the other one is kind of like holding an arm out.
I'm going to get down on the floor,
Yep,
real close to the satyr,
yep,
and just see if there's anything underneath her hand that she's...
yeah, okay, absolutely. So when you do that, Cam, you find this.
Oh! It's a green piece of paper.
What is everybody else doing while Cam's reading that?
Can I investigate the room? Like, just look around.
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
What about you, Reynard?
Could I see what the sheet music is?
Yes, absolutely. 12. Okay. So that's for you, Kim.
Thank you.
And then Reynard, as you're searching through the sheet music seems to be a number of like kind of very, very fairy-like songs, like you know, kind of Disney la 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 la
Oh,
that kind of
classic.
stuff. But underneath the sheet music, you
Holy
find
crap,
this.
this worked.
I'll have a look at the chest first to see if there's any kind of magic on it. And
Okay.
then
Investigation check. A perception check, actually, for you.
28.
28. So, you don't notice any magic on the dresser and the chest, but just tucked behind the door, and basically almost like it got knocked underneath the dresser, you find that.
Damn. Well, I'm gonna
That
take.
is incredibly random.
How random.
I'm gonna take the note that was under her hand,
Yep.
put it in my mouth so I can get into full position. I'm gonna recreate the pose right next to the satyr, and see if I can see what she's looking at.
So she would have been looking towards the door.
What kind of height? Orc height? Human height? Tiefling height?
Humanoid, not particularly tall, but not particularly short.
Wow.
Great.
Kind of like a, between sort of like 5'7", 6 foot.
Can I look at these scorch marks on
Yeah.
the floor? Do they look like any spells that we would know that we've come up against, or because of it?
Oh, yeah.
You...
Well, yeah, we've seen lots of versions.
Not really.
No?
Maybe like some sort of fire spell, but you're not quite sure what.
Is it like when Juto does
As
like
the resident firecaster,
Yeah.
does it look familiar to me?
It looks like they're quite old. You begin to notice that looking at these blast scorch marks, actually, they're probably actually older than like the last 24 hours. They look like maybe they've been sort of done in like the last few days.
In which kind of direction are they going?
Kind of all over the place. Almost like somebody was in the middle and like the blast marks go outwards. As if somebody was doing something and something exploded, or, there was some sort of like they were practicing with something or doing something
I
like that.
regale this to the group.
Well, team, I found a note, and on it, it says, "They're not what they seem. They're," and then it stops.
You don't know how to read, do you?
No.
Is that what it says?
Oh,
that
See that?
landed pretty well, actually.
look at that.
La, la,
Could you just pass it to me? There we go.
Oh, no, that is what it says. They're not what they seem. They're blank, 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 blank.
Does it look like it was written in a hurry?
Does it scratch off?
It
Yeah.
looks hastily written.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Was that just Mark hastily writing these notes, or was that...
It wasn't
He
finished.
did make a mistake on mine.
I might have written it in the car, all right? Let's not make judgments here.
The message trails off. I'm assuming that's what that is.
It does look
trails
like
off.
somebody had their hand was interrupted.
So they may have been in the middle
Wait,
of writing the
It
note.
trails off.
Yes.
Where'd it go?
Where,
Is there in the room like a pen and like a
Yeah,
writing
pen
set or
marker.
anything?
Is
Yeah,
the
it looks
pen-
like there was probably a quill, yeah.
Is
Okay.
there...
The ink is all dried, however.
What about a pad of paper?
No.
Does the...
In fact, looking at the back of the note, it appears to be a piece of sheet music. Like, that matches the set.
Oh,
Desk.
what if we try and put it with the... Do you have torn sheet music?
no, I have found a brass coin with a horned devil's face on it.
Interesting.
No.
There is a resemblance.
Oh.
There is a tiefling-esque demeanor to it.
You know what this is?
Do I know what this...
No, it's... give me a history check.
It's this.
Where did you find that, Reynard? Reynard, where did you find that?
Oh, I just found this in the sheet music.
In the sheet music.
Well, underneath. Beneath the sheet music.
So,
No.
what we've got so far, right?
Mm.
The satyr was in the room, being a satyr, wandering around, looking at human height.
Satyrs are shorter,
Or taller.
right?
No, they can be quite tall. They can be
Is
human.
this one shorter?
She's probably about your height.
Oh, okay, so she's not... Yeah.
She's not like short. She's not like halfling
yeah.
size.
She wishes to play the piano, right? So she puts a brass coin in to get it for the next round.
What?
What?
Like you do with snooker or pool. She reserves it. She turns around, boom, fire, dies.
As you guys are having this conversation, outside of the room, you just begin to kind of hear, not like a commotion, but you begin to hear sort of like chatting going on. It seems like you hear kind of Raphael like, please, ladies, no, they are investigating it. And you just hear like, oh my God, we need to speak to him immediately. I have like such important information I need to share with them.
I mean,
Oh my God, that's so right. Yeah, we need to talk to him like right now.
Do not let them in.
Oh, good God. Before they get there, can I just show the guys what I found?
Whatever.
Are they like charging towards the door?
No, you don't hear charging. You hear like outside of the room, like maybe like just adjacent to it.
I'll just show the guys what I found, which was a discarded eyelash encased in a hard resin hidden by the door.
What?
What?
Eyelash.
Okay.
Yep.
An eyelash in resin.
Random.
Did you have an aneurysm this morning?
Why don't
In the
you
car.
give me an Arcana check?
Well, my Arcana's pretty bad, so I might need some Advandra help.
You've used yours already
What?
today.
No,
Fred.
It's a one use.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Oh,
said that at the
shit.
start. I'll tell you what, I'll give you another one.
I don't need.
Because I know what it's going to be.
I don't want to use it on an eyelash.
Don't then.
Can I see it? Because can I make a check and see? 'Cause
You can
I've
make an
found it.
Arcana check, yeah.
I'm not going to use that yet.
Natural 20.
I got, yeah. Yeah.
That is a well worth a clap and a cheer.
But I got a -1, so
20.
it's 19.
27.
27. Okay, so between the two of you, actually, this somewhat rings a bell. This is the material component for an invisibility spell.
Oh.
This is, you have to, you use this to cast the spell invisibility.
I think. Right? She reserved the piano.
We don't need to hear that part of the story. What was involving the eyelash?
This is an invisibility component. If you use this, you can go invisible, right? If you know the spell, which I do. Anyway, they didn't use it, or they left one over, so maybe they didn't go invisible, but someone that can go invisible was in the room. I throw it and just say, thank you.
I mean, it wasn't used.
But
what I
if
just
they
said.
if they had more than one, then if it's someone who has the capability to cast,
Generally, a wizard will carry multiple
Yeah.
components if they can cast a spell, in case they
so
need
they
to cast
probably
it multiple.
cast it and then had some spare.
So did you say it was hidden by the door or discarded?
It looked like it had
Yeah.
rolled under the dresser.
Okay.
But Elora's keen elf eyes saw it.
Did you say that there was something torn in the room, like torn sheet music or something?
No, just sheet music discarded on the
That's
the
what
page.
the
Yeah,
note
that's
is
what
written on.
Tom.
Oh, does the torn note match the thing that I got? I got a torn copy of the show's running order.
It just looks like it's been torn out of like a book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this
Like
What's
a-
the show's running order?
So it originally had Flitterjoy, the satyr, down as the opening act. Then it had a band called the Shimmering Sirens.
Oh.
Then it had a band called Draxcala,
Oh, man.
Red Frederick and the Briar Boys,
Don't like those.
Nice.
and then Tyran Planesdrifter.
Ah,
Oh, of course. The finale.
can't wait to hear one of his songs.
I'm gonna say, should we see what that noise is all about?
You do hear outside like, well, I reckon so, ladies, yes. Of course, you'll be more than safe with me around. I'll make sure I look after you and stuff like that.
See, what we need to look out for, right? The person who wrote the note said they, which suggests more than one.
Or a group.
There were 4 orcs, is all I'm saying. Everyone else is an individual so far.
Yes, but we don't know what the. Did any of the 4 orcs look particularly like a spellcaster?
They looked very tribal, maybe shamanistic. Some of them could have some sort of shamanistic
Do they look
power.
like their band name would be Dresscala?
That is an orc. You would know this because you speak languages. Draxcala means in Orcish triumphant drums.
Cool.
The other thing to point out, they doesn't necessarily mean a group. It can it can infer an individual.
That's what Cam thinks.
I know, but I'm just, you know,
It
for
could
the rest
be
of you.
2 people, and there are 2 people trying to get into the crime scene right now.
I think we need to see the other performers. We've seen some of them, but
Well, let's go
really
outside
at the
and see
moment-
that
Begin to
noise.
hear more just like, I really hope that we can get this performance underway. Like, there's more of this kind of like gobbled speak coming from outside.
It's probably worth letting them in.
I reckon so. We need to
Away
get this
from
show
here.
on a road.
I don't think anyone should come in here because of the whole spell
go out.
thing. But
But they might admit everything. Their deepest, darkest secrets in a depression.
Oh. But they could also just be really depressed and not reveal anything.
Nah,
Because they don't
worth a
want
try.
You didn't want to move.
No.
You hear Raphael like, oh, I'm so sorry. Please, Mr. Frederick, don't mean to intrude. Look, mate, we need to get this show on the road, all right? Me and the Briar Boys, we've been booked for a gig. I don't care if some stupid fey creature got killed. I want to get paid.
So there's more people gathering outside
Yeah,
then.
sounds like more. It sounds like quite an argument is building up outside.
Oh no.
Let's go.
Let's go and see what's
We need
happening.
to address the crowd, yeah.
Okay, so when you head back out the room, do you close the door behind you?
I think
Or are you gonna leave it open?
when I go out the door, I want to sort of squeeze through so they don't see into the crime scene as much as possible.
And then you close the door behind
And
you, or
yeah,
not?
I guess everyone follows as well in the same.
Okay. Okay. So you close the door behind you, and you see now arrayed out in this kind of corridor, kind of like hastily built wooden kind of backstage corridor. You see Tyran, this kind of cowboy tiefling, country western singer that you've met before. You see the orcs aren't present, but you see Raphael, who you saw before. And there are now 4 new figures. One of them is a red-haired, spiked mohawk half-elf who's wearing like studded leather armor with like jackets. On it is written, "Fuck the council." And he's got like spiky van braces and big spiky boots, and he's kind of like kicking around and he's looking really aggressive. Opposite him, also arguing with Raphael, are 3 elves. You would recognize them as summer elves, Elora. They have kind of like very vibrantly colored hair, a range of like oranges and blondes, almost like a very deep purple on one of them, all dressed in kind of skin-tight, very sexy, kind of charming pop star-like outfits. And they've all got like the long ears, bright blazing eyes, and they're just kind of like, they're like, "Oh my God, are these the people that are investigating? You look so awesome! Oh my God! Moon Elf! Whatever! Hey!"
Ow. You speak very loud.
"Oh, I'm so sorry. We're just super excited to see another elf around here." And one of them kind of gestures over, holds out a hand. "I'm Cadenza." Hey. Another one comes up, kind of pops up behind her and is like, "I'm Forte." And then a third one kind of emerges around it and goes like, "I'm Minuet. Hey." "Oh my God, look at this guy. I love your mustache.
And-
Humans look so dashing in facial hair."
I love my mustache too. Maybe not this one, but
What
How
were their
are you,
names?
ladies?
Forte, Cadenza,
And Minuet.
Minuet.
See what you're going for there.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're musical terms. And they're just like, "Are you guys gonna solve this horrible murder? Oh my God, they
Did you
killed
do it?
What? No! Oh my God, we couldn't have hurt
Did
another
you do
fey
it?
creature.
Did you do it?
No.
Did you do it?
Who it? Why?
Did you do it?
No.
Did you do it? Where
then-
were you?
Forte is just like, "She's so mean.
Where were you?
We were hanging out in the dressing room getting ready.
How do you know?
Well, the 3 of us were there. Raphael, you saw
How do you know
us
what
going
time
in
she
there."
died?
And Raphael's like, "I did see them go in there to get ready, and they spent hours."
Did you do it?
Are you just asking them again?
Can I
Mr.
look at-
Raphael, I don't appreciate this tiefling girl's accusations. Oh my God.
Can I look at the other people's reaction when Juto's questioning those guys to see if they're sort of...
And can I insight them as well?
Okay, so you make your insight check. Why don't you give me a perception check, actually, Elora?
15.
15?
+8.
16?
That.
Who are you insight checking? The elves? 3
yeah.
elves? Okay, so you, as you're kind of looking around, the Texan tiefling is kind of like kind of like tipping his hat and kind of watching intently. The punk guy is just angry and he's kind of going around. He's like stomping about a bit. He's like, don't fucking waste time arguing with them. We gotta be fucking doing the show. He's like just swearing his head off and like stomping around. You do notice though, watching from down the corridor from quite far away, is a pretty shifty looking figure wearing sort of black high-collared robe, a big sort of like dead bird skull clasp, and he's kind of skulking long black hair, and he's kind of watching it. And as Juto's like, "Did you do it?" He's kind of like looking around like really sort of like,
Looking all shady like.
Looks proper shady like.
Is it a man?
It's a human, yeah, some sort of
Yeah.
human man. But
Okay.
you've not met him yet. But he's watching from a distance, like
Hello.
he just ducks down and turns away.
We have to solve this somehow. Do you want to join us?
Raphael turns around and is like, "Oh, Mr. Bleakwind, please, you need to come and tell them." As you do that, one of the elven girls sees you talking to him and leans over to you. She's like, "Oh my God, Moon Princess, don't. That guy's really shifty. He's been creeping on us the whole time we've been here."
Really?
Yeah, he is we caught him spying into our dressing room.
Oh, okay. Well, nobody's
And then he
in the
kind of
dressing
shuffles
room
over.
just now, so we'll just.
I'm just saying,
see
be
what
careful.
happens.
Just be careful with him, okay?
It's okay. We outnumber him.
I think I can sense dark magic on him.
Really? Do you practice magic?
I have a little bardic magic. I can do a few things.
Okay. Which one was that?
Cadenza.
And what? Your friends? Do they?
No, they're just performers.
So they don't know any magic or anything?
No.
No.
Did I get anything out of my insight check?
So on your insight check, trying to think
Did they do it?
you definitely get the sense they're being pretty. You kind of get the impression that they're pretty vapid and a bit sort of like, "Hey, oh my God," and you're not quite sure they could have lied very well to you. You kind of get the sense that they're pretty much just pop stars.
Bags of air.
Kind of. Yeah. They seem very forthright
Yeah.
in everything that they've said.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Okay.
nudge the red tiefling to one side and say,
Well, howdy, partner. How can I help?
"You're a good performer, right? You know,
I like to think so.
you know the gig.
Sure.
You've done
Toured around a little.
What do you think?
Done
of
a lot of charity work for tieflings.
charity work.
Yeah. Well, that's where all my pay goes to. I keep a little for myself to pay for my expenses, but then I fund mercenaries getting tieflings out of Brasaris. That's where we come from. It's a tyrannical place ruled by the dragonborn, terrible place.
Due
My
to
eyes just kind
swoons
of-
in the background.
Am I hearing this? Do I hear this?
Yeah, you go over here, this, yeah.
My eyes just kind of drift away as he's talking.
But sorry, but I know performance pretty well.
What do you do? What's your thing?
Well, I travel around the plains, the sandy plains of Brasaris, so my songs kind of reflect that. I talk about lost loves and family and being alone a lot. Very popular with the ladies for some reason.
Sounds really depressing.
No, it's more of a romantic kind of deal.
Nice.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, performance is very difficult in a place like Talis Val.
Well, I've done a few tours here before, done some tavern work, and
You have?
Yeah.
See, when I perform, I like to take it up a notch, you know, as good performers would do.
Right,
Like
right.
you, right?
Yeah.
I'd, you know, infuse some spell work in there, you know, project some...
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know about any of that, none of that, no, sir.
Really?
You want to make an insight check there, Kristrot?
I'd love to.
Go ahead.
I'd also like to call upon Avandra.
Okay, this is your last one. I'm giving you one more.
I think this one's important.
Okay,
So,
sure.
Avandra, can you bless me with your fortune, please? Yes!
Ah!
I won them over.
So with advantage,
Okay.
It was not.
What was the
great.
check?
insight.
31.
What?
You kind of narrow your eyes.
A plus 12.
You're used to charlatans. You're used to kind of plying the trade and convincing people. You look around and actually you notice two things. First of all, you're pretty sure he's lying. As soon as you mention magic, he gets very defensive. You can kind of see a little bit of an eye twitch. But you also notice kind of hidden underneath his sequin jacket a kind of pentagram-like symbol. Just on an iron chain, and he kind of adjusts his collar a bit. It's like, well, no, I'm just a humble singer, me. I like to sing about my times and where I'm from.
That's impressive. I mean,
Why,
I have
thank
to
you.
dress it up. Honestly, I'm polishing a turd at this point. My songs aren't very good, but the...
Well, I'm sure that you put your heart and mind to it.
Thank you.
Pat you on the shoulder. You'll get there someday.
So while this conversation's going on, I kind of mid-interrogation, hear the kind of words Brasaris and things, and then I hear his name. So when I'm done, I kind of turn around and I'm just I just stare.
He like looks at you, gives you a
Like
grin.
wide-eyed, like.
Why, are you all right there, miss?
Has
I'm
Juto
sorry, I can't hear you.
Juto. Can I like druid craft like a little breeze in her face to try and like?
Little splash of spring
I'm
water.
not blinking.
Well, are you all right, miss? And he kind of puts a hand on your shoulder. Well, I think that she's... Oh, this must be too much for your friend. Would you want to come and sit down? Come, you sit down right over here. And he kind of leads you over and sits you down.
I'm
Takes
gonna-
out a silver flask.
Very like strange shade of dark purple. Like,
Hands you like a flask. Take a sip of this. It'll help your nerves there. I'm imagining that if you went in that room, that's mighty frightful in there, what I'm told.
oh, that's fine.
Oh,
You're the legendary Tyrane Planesdrifter.
why, I sure am.
I've heard legend of your name amongst many of the tieflings that I've helped and set up new lives.
Why, you've been helping tieflings too? Well, we're kindred spirits, you and I.
You've done so much for them.
Well,
I love your music.
he's just like, well, we gotta help our people.
You're so
Anyway, you're pretty sure this guy is shifty as hell. At this point, the black
Oh, the guy,
feather guy, he kind of comes over and he's like, what's up? Hello? What do you need? I didn't see nothing.
What's your name?
What? No, you don't. What do you need know my name for? And he's like, Mr. Bleakwind, these are helping with the investigation.
Investigation.
Investigation. And he just turns around and he's like, Corvus Bleakwind. I handle special effects.
Special effect.
Yeah, I do like pyrotechnics and stuff.
Oh, what like?
His eyes kind of go a bit mental in his eyes, and Raphael's like, no, and then he's just like, huh, and like an explosion of magic and lights kind of fly out everywhere, and they create this cascading firework effect.
Wow. Does it like
What?
indoors, right? Does it burn anything? Does it all just ethereal?
it-
Sometimes.
Scorch
What about it?
Just
I
wondering.
ain't done nothing. I ain't burned nothing.
I know. I
Listen,
burn things
friend.
too sometimes.
This is just an honest investigation. Do you need a tissue, by the way?
No,
What? You're rubbing your nose.
I ain't got nothing wrong with my nose.
Okay. Can I do a medicine check?
Yeah, sure. Make a medicine check.
I'd just like to think, on a side note, that because you've described this guy as the special effects guy, the kind of pyrotechnics, I'd like to think that backstage the Insomnia crew are just like, oh, so this is what you think of us.
No.
Shady dude.
The organizer is a nice dude, but this guy has magical issues.
Well, if a light drops on your head.
There's nothing wrong with his nose.
Cold.
Yeah.
Minor cold, maybe.
Whatever.
At this
Minor
point,
cold.
you hear a, well.
Oh, God.
How goes your little investigation?
Just fine.
Fear not.
Oh,
I, Klaus von Silverbeard, have cracked the case.
Silverbeard.
Guards! And a few guards kind of meander out where.
sorry.
Unless you have otherwise, I'm here to arrest you, Corvus Bleakwind. He's like, I didn't do nothing. He's like, really? Then how do you explain this? And he throws down a nasty, gnarled-looking black wand tipped with a skull and twisted iron spikes all coming from it. This was found in your quarters, and I have no mistake that is your wand of enfeeblement.
So what?
This spell drains the life from others, much like our victim here.
Doesn't drain the color though, does it?
Indeed it does not, Miss Elf Woman. But I have spoken with the magical ministers in Talish Var, and Corvus Bleakwind is a registered wild mage. Sometimes his spells have unusual effects.
Raphael,
Oui, sir?
you,
Oui.
you employ this man
Oh, yes, I am shocked.
because he's good, right?
He is erratic, but sometimes that adds to the spectacular.
Have you ever seen him cast a spell that drains the color of an entire room?
Well, I have seen strange things. I have not seen this, however.
How many shows have you performed together? So
Perhaps 3 or 4.
And at no time when he cast pyrotechnic effects did something different happen?
Oh
Harm
no,
anyone?
yes, there have many different things have happened. He once turned me into an hedgehog.
Right. And you hired this man, why?
He is very skilled, and when his magic behaves, it is very good.
Has it ever affected the audience?
Not as far as I'm aware. We did almost have a storm appear overhead, but we managed to have it dispelled.
What motive would a VFX man have?
I'm glad you asked, Mr. Filthy Bandit. Clearly, I've already had it told to me by these three lovely elves that Mr. Bleakwind was peeping on them during their changing, and he was quite obsessed with our little shade-ear friend. Why, Mr. Red Frederick here, and he points to the angry, mohawked kind of man, spotted him accosting her merely an hour before she went into the practice room, where she was found dead.
Don't look at me. Just look
He's having
away.
way too much fun.
Are you so stunned by my brilliance, Miss Tiefling?
How is Corvus looking right now?
He's looking like he's about to run. He's like, no, I can't go back. I can't go back. I'm not going back.
Corvus,
His like hands start lighting up.
nothing's going to happen so long as you tell us the truth.
There ain't no truth. There ain't no truth. You can't handle the truth.
Why
I
were
think
you...
a blood vessel just pops in Cam's forehead
Yeah.
where he thinks about what truth is.
Okay.
And I just, drift off.
He's gone.
Now is the perfect time to explain yourself. Why were you accosting the victim?
Because, she's fucking great, isn't she? She's pretty. She's a really good singer.
Oh.
She said that she could help me control my magic.
Could help you.
I got a problem. I like Bone Smile. Helps my magic be better.
Oh.
And she said that she knew herbal remedies to get me off it. She's gonna help me. Now she's dead.
Bone smile?
Right.
Huh?
Bone
Yeah.
smile.
It is a drug that magic users sometimes take to make their spell effects more powerful.
Unnatural 20 on insight.
On Corvus,
On Corvus.
you're pretty sure this guy's pretty much like, he's so afraid of being arrested that he's kind of just spilling his guts now. Cam Buckland.
Hello.
Of the burst blood vessel.
As this is kind of going on and the attention's focused, one of Cadenza, one of the Sun Elves, just kind of comes up to you and is like, oh my god, I told you he was a total creep. And then she looks at you, it's like, right? Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Oh no. 15. No.
You feel this momentary kind of sensation of like, oh my god, I should listen to this person and do everything they tell me. No, you're not going to do that.
Oh my god, he's a total creep. You're right.
Right? Oh my god.
I'm
so glad they're going to arrest him.
Yeah, we'll get right to that.
Then we can get on with the show finally.
Finally. Why don't you go get ready because you're going to steal the show.
Okay, well, now it's so sad that now Flitterjoy's dead. We're the opening performance. We should go and get ready on stage.
Oh my god, you're going to have to do way better.
Yeah.
Finally.
Oh, we'll be great.
You can take the limelight.
That's so true. But, we'll do it in Flitterjoy's honor. She's
Maybe
an honored fae spirit.
a tribute song.
That's a great idea. Oh my god, you're so clever.
Thank you.
Mr. Raphael, we're gonna go get ready on the stage now. You should get the show on the road. Corvus, if they're arresting him, we can move on, right? And he's like, well, if Mr. Silverbit is arresting him, I don't know what else we can do. And the three Sun Elves gonna make their way off.
I'm going to push Laura to one side and say,
Did I hear that? Because I was...
No, she moved over and
moved-
really whispered
okay.
and pulled him aside.
Laura,
Yep.
go invisible and tell them.
Okay.
You have
Oh.
the ring of invisibility.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be back in a moment. What, did they go down a corridor?
Yeah, they're heading out towards the stage. Yeah.
So can I go away from the group and wait until I'm sort of enough away for them not to see me go invisible?
Yeah,
And
with
then I'll use
invisibility,
the
I'm not
ring.
even gonna make you make a stealth check.
Yeah.
You can trail them easily. And yeah, you watch them. They kind of whisper amongst themselves, and you can't quite hear the conversation. It's a bit too far ahead. But they head out onto the stage, and they bring out these beautiful wooden engraved instruments, like kind of instrument boxes. Why don't you give me a history check as they begin pulling these kind of instruments out?
13?
13. There's something about these instruments. You've dealt with the Feywild, you've dealt with the Fey all your life. That's a big part of elven culture, is kind of protecting against the wicked spirits of the Feywild. there's something about these instruments that you know isn't right. There's something about them, and they're kind of getting ready, and they're on stage preparing themselves, bringing their instruments. There's a fiddle, an ocarina, and a harp, and they're bringing them out and setting them up on stage.
They all look the same, like
They've all got this beautiful kind of engraved, kind of elven symboled instruments, yeah. Meanwhile, Klaus is like, I appreciate that you want to claim the glory for yourselves, but Mr. Bleakwind, you're under arrest.
He didn't do it.
Do you have proof?
Do you?
So far, I have provided sample evidence and motive and means. As an employee, Mr. Bleakwind knows the facility quite well. Unless you have another theory.
Bleakwind, if you were to cast a spell with a wand, for example,
Yeah?
would your wild magic occur? Or is it something that only happens when you cast a spell?
I don't know, I've never used a wand.
Well, there's the evidence.
That's, of course, I'll take the word of a killer, like I'll take that mustache as being good facial hair.
I see. Silverbeard, was it?
Yes.
Okay, no.
Cut his beard off.
It's fine. Okay, you do you, bastard.
I'm going to be looking at the red tiefling as reactions to the assumptions and the accusations.
He's just like, well, by the gods, I'm shocked. What a terrible thing. Cavorting with demonic powers and evil magics. Terrible, terrible matter. Excuse me, I'm feeling a little sick. I'm just gonna. He kind of scoots off.
I'm going to
Hold on a
grab him.
moment.
Huh?
I'm going to grab him
Okay.
if I can.
I'm just feeling a little down. I'll be
Whoa,
back
whoa,
soon.
whoa.
Don't you worry.
Friend.
My friend, what's the matter there?
Juto would like a signature.
Yes.
Of course. Of course, anything for a fan. And then he kind of rummages in his coat and he pulls out a pen and...
As he does that,
Yeah.
I'm going to pull his coat wider to reveal the pentagram.
Well, you pull his coat wider and it actually reveals more than that. You see kind of iron chain with a demonic-looking symbol and hideous scarring all across his chest, as if he's been badly burnt all across his chest. What are you doing, fella? But that ain't no way to treat
My apologies, I thought the pen was falling to the floor and I wanted to grab it first.
Right. Oh, it's fine. It's
That's
fine.
a
You can make a religion check if you want.
A religion check. That burn is mighty religious.
Would,
Natural one.
Evil.
Would Juto recognize it, given her...
I think that Juto, it would make sense Juto recognizes it because you've actually seen demonic symbols and stuff before. That is the sign of Asmodeus, Lord of the Nine Hells, and often a
essentially
patron to
Satan.
warlocks. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Let me get this. Oh, there you go, darling.
Oh, we can't let you just sign this for free. And I'll flick the demonic coin.
Oh! He catches it, and then very slowly is. Well, it's a mighty strange coin you got there, friend.
Oh, sorry, I gave you the wrong one there. I'll take that one back.
Yeah, I've never seen such a coin.
never seen... Okay. Inside, please.
Sure.
And I would like to...
Inciting this.
Well,
Are you praying?
you know what? No, I think I see it. So, what do you know about this coin? You say you've never seen it before.
Never seen such a strange object before in my life.
Oh, come now. It's clearly from, which one is it?
You know so little about me.
I'm scared to talk to you, I'll be honest.
Bressaris.
Brassaris.
No, that ain't no Braceris coin. Tieflings like us wouldn't be allowed to carry currency anyway.
Yes, we get beaten for it.
Never seen a coin like that in my life. Corvus is like, well, that coin.
Yes.
Warlocks carry them. It's a sign of their pact. I've known a couple in my time. Like we see each other at the dens, for the bone smile.
Friend, what would a traveling tiefling of your stature be doing with a pentagram on their chest?
What? That's an old family trinket. Nothing worth talking about. None.
From the family of Asmodeus?
Dark magic.
I don't know what. And then he just tries to run. He makes a book it roll.
Gonna try and cast hold person.
Okay,
On him.
I rolled a 2.
Grab him!
He gets tackled to the ground. Silverbeard is like, "Ugh. All right, very well, arrest the tiefling man, I suppose.
You stop just arresting everybody.
What do you mean? You've just proven he's some sort of...
There's no proof.
What do you... Then why are you questioning him?
I've still got Alora tailing the other elves.
Why?
We need to wrap this up.
I'm a little southern still, hang on. Gosh, now I'm back.
Let's just wait until Alora comes back with more information.
Elora comes back.
Do I have any more information? Can I see the instruments?
You
Do
just
I
see them
get,
getting ready.
Do I get the sense that the instruments are magical? Very much so.
Yes. Very, very much magical.
Does
very
Allura
powerful.
feel like they're going to try and charm the audience?
You get the sense that actually there's maybe, like, do you reckon the different instruments might have some sort of combined effect?
Okay, so some kind of effect on the audience.
Yeah.
And they were going to open the whole show.
Yeah.
Okay. And the tiefling was going to close the show.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll come
By
back and...
summoning Satan!
Are they saying anything else at all while they're setting up?
Give me a perception check.
May Evandra bless my roll.
There we go.
Ah, they like me. Yeah.
That's a good thing, because that was a 4.
Because that was a 4. 21.
21. So you overhear kind of a conversation, and you notice their voices have completely changed. Like, silly, foolish mortals. Once we use the instruments, we'll drain the energy from the entire crowd and soon return to our final forms. That foolish, filthy bandit man was so easily coerced.
Are the instruments just sitting there?
No, they've got them. They're
They've
holding
got
them. They're
them,
like
damn it.
tuning them and plucking them, and you can see crowd is beginning to be kind of let in. It seems the coordinator's been taken down by Silverbeard's belief that he had the criminal.
I feel like everybody did it.
Hang
I
on,
feel
so
like they're all in on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like, they all did it.
the running order to begin with was Satyr,
Satyr, the Shimmering Sirens, which are
Which
the
I
Summer
think is
Elves.
them, yeah.
Jaskala, which are the Orcs. Red Frederick and the Boys, and then Tiefling.
so without the Satyr, that now pushes these women to the top first of,
Yes.
like...
So they can charm.
You
or-
cracked it, Reynard. They're
Hang
coming
on.
first.
Well, no, hang on.
I'll come
Raphael,
back and relay that information, but can I whisper it to Cam but still be
Invisible?
invisible?
Yeah.
So I'll relay that,
Okay.
I hate tiny
I'll-
whispering noises.
and I'll tell him to come to the stage as well, like just to follow after.
Okay.
And I want to go back and in front of these guys. So if they follow me,
Yeah. Everybody will follow you if you get the party. You hear like Raphael, Silverbeard, they seem to all be arguing and they seem to be arresting the tiefling man, but you can get the party to follow you for sure.
Before we do that, can I have a quiet word with Raphael?
Of course.
Where did you say you were the night of this incident?
I was in my office with some of the other workers, the costumier.
And what were you doing?
We were going over plans for the... it was a few hours ago. We were finalizing the new running order and making sure that everything was ready.
The new
We had
running order?
Yes, well, we had handed out the previous version and we'd given it to all the people. And then obviously it was... oh no, sorry. Okay, hang on. I'm getting confused as Mark here. We were planning the running order, not the new running order. And making sure that preparations were ready, the lighting, the pyrotechnics, etc.
And what is the new running order?
Well, now that after we found out about Miss Flitterjoy's incident, we removed her and we just kept it the same, but the Shimmering Sirens went to be first.
And how did you discover that she had succumbed?
I went to fetch her to make sure that she was ready, and I saw this strange door, and when I opened it, I saw the body.
And you heard nothing?
No, we heard nothing.
Is there anyone you suspect?
At first it was the orcs because they were so hostile, but now that you have displayed this, I'm not sure who to believe. Mr. Corvus? Mr. Planesdrifter?
And how well do you know all these performers?
The only one that Mr. Planeswifter and I have worked well before. Draxcala I've worked with before. Red Frederick I have worked with before. Flitterjoy I've worked before. The only one I was new to, I was very impressed by the Shimmering Sirens. They arrived and said they were very popular in the Greenwood and Briarcrest. And they were stunning, very good performers. I hired them.
And what are you not telling me?
Nothing.
I know you are not telling me something.
No, I am telling you
You are
everything.
hiding something from me.
Friends,
Oh?
Invisalora told me as we're walking out,
Yep.
they hired the bandit to do the spell so that they can take the show. They wanted the satyr dead. We need to stop the instruments from playing to the audience.
As you begin to hear this, you begin to hear like ding, ding, ding,
Can
and
I-
like tuning up of like instruments and like a crowd beginning to cheer.
Stop them! We have to stop them.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was what I was going for.
I hear that, stop the performance, and I'm gonna just like start like have fire sparks.
Wait, everybody wait. The satyr knew this. What if her instruments was able to stop this before it even began? Which is why she was killed in the
She didn't have any instruments. She was a singer.
Maybe her voice was just really good.
You don't know?
I think they
Can
just
I like kick Cam to get them to follow me quicker?
Yeah. You guys can rush out if you want.
Fine.
Fire? No?
Not
And then
yet.
as they start moving, I'm gonna go towards the stage.
Okay. As you head out onto the stage.
Oh,
Dun, dun, dun.
a little stage. How adorable.
And you see, so, all right, we'll remove the lid from here. We'll get rid of some of these because
You pass
we
that.
don't need as many.
There's
And we'll begin to throw some.
While
people
he sets up, I tweeted earlier, could you guess who forgot their character sheet and on that same token, their mini?
It was Tom.
This is my
Spoiler.
character
It
sheet
was,
for today.
it was Tom. It was Tom.
He
A lot of
texted
you
this
guessed Trot.
morning.
It wasn't. It was Tom.
Are you using D&D Beyond?
All in here.
No.
Yes.
Oh, you are. Good.
Yep.
Right. So,
Right,
Juto.
sight.
I've got Elora.
Oh, you've got the other one.
I got
Okay.
Nulon. So, you begin to emerge out. You kind of come up through the back stages in the wings behind the stage, and you begin to hear this kind of just like, hey, everybody, we're the Shimmering Sirens. There's songs for you. Give us your energy.
Can I, as Invisalora,
Uh-huh.
like with my mighty strength, rip the instrument from her arm?
Okay, why don't you give me a strength check? And who
Oh,
are you going up
no.
to? You have Cadenza in the middle,
That was
Forte.
only 8.
only 8.
Wow.
So you kind of go up, and as you go to grip it, you actually feel this kind of supernatural strength from this elven woman, and she's just like, oh, how clever. You've finally come across our little ploy. Never mind. And then she rips it free, and that's going to be a very quick initiative for everyone, please.
Da-da-da.
Sweet. All right.
Da-da-da-da-da.
21.
This is,
God.
if we can get some epic music.
Epic
Yes.
music. Cue epic music.
Cue epic music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's epic. Live up to that.
Pam,
5.
Elora,
13.
Reynard,
23.
Juto.
21.
Ha.
Okay, so, Reynard, you see this kind of sight before you, and you can see the crowd. Their eyes are beginning to turn dull gray. The kind of color from all around, like the marketplace, is beginning to drain away as they're playing these 3 instruments, and they seem to be kind of working in cohesion with each other.
And they're all playing the instruments.
Yes.
Are they within 10 feet of each other?
They are about, yes, they're about 10 feet within each
Well,
other.
I would like to use volley, please.
Okay, so you kind of bring out Wilhelm, your crossbow.
Pick a point in the middle, and I shoot all 3
Okay,
of them.
so you'll need to step out onto the stage in order to be able to do that so you can see all 3.
Hey.
So you kind of come out and the crowd are just like zombies, like,
Oh.
Yeah, zombie noises, please.
Nice.
1. 26.
26 hits. It's not hard, you kind of fire at each of them. Double your damage for me, please.
Okie dokie. 2, 4. That's a 12. And then that, which is some.
15.
No, yeah.
30. Doubles.
30.
Okay, so you step out and you kind of begin firing this crossbow, and the crossbow bolts are exploding around these 3 Sun Elf women who are kind of wearing these outfits, playing these instruments. But you can see that some sort of magical protection is kind of absorbing some of the blow.
Oh.
They turn around, and Cadenza just looks at you. It's like, you miserable little human. You can't stop us now.
What? Anyone else?
Juto.
I would like to. Can I go into water stance, please?
Okay, so you begin to control the moisture in the air as you move your hair around. That's probably me.
I used to like to use water whip.
Okay.
Can I do all of them actually? Trying to like whip the.
You can only do it once per round, so you can grab one of them.
Because it's a 30-foot radius.
It's one creature.
Can I
But you could potentially pull one into another one.
I want to
step
try
out.
and get the instrument out of their hands.
Okay, well, if you want to do that, I'd say make an attack roll. See if you hit them.
Oh, I really wish I hadn't wasted my fortune on taking the piss out of Reynard.
Yeah.
I'd say that's a valuable use.
Worth it.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
So unarmed attack,
So yeah, just make an unarmed attack.
23.
Okay, and now make a dexterity check for me. So just a d20 plus your dexterity.
21.
Okay, so which of the 3 instruments do you want to go? Cadenza has the harp, Minuet carries the fiddle, and Forte has an ocarina.
Can I not get all of them?
No.
Harp.
So you go for the harp, you lash out this whip, it wraps around the harp, and you hear this horrible kind of blang noise, and you whoosh, whip it into your hands. You can feel this harp has some quite immense power for anybody who plays it. You can actually use it to drain life away from anybody who plays it. Cadenza just turns around and is like, "You miserable little demon, give that back!"
Can I use the rest of my go to like smash it up?
Yeah, do you want to try and break it with your Guandao?
Yeah, because I've still got various attacks, haven't I?
You do? You can make an attack against it.
I'd like to attack the harp, please.
Okay, so you throw it on the ground and you bring this Guandao down.
21?
Okay, roll damage for me and double it, please.
24 even, actually. So that is, 7 plus 7 is 14, and is that doubled, or you want me to double the 7?
I'll double the, what was the total?
So I rolled a 7,
Yep,
plus 7,
yep, 14.
which is 14, and then also
Plus the radiant.
I don't know what to do.
3 radiant.
No.
So 17, so 32. So with that, you bring the Guandao down, this mithril Guandao, a shimmering blade, and it cuts through the strings of the harp. The wood isn't damaged, but the strings, ping, 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 and you just see the elves, they're like, "No!" and they begin screaming. At the end of your turn, unless you're going to do some other actions,
Don't I have like another unarmed strike?
you have an alarm strike if you'd like, yeah?
Can I smash it again, please?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
No.
Okay.
Well, it's a 15.
15 is going to hit, yeah.
It's a harp.
It's a
It's
harp.
a harp. It's a harp.
I'd say with the final blow, you can just break it over your knee. You're just like, whoosh. As it does, it kind of releases this wave of energy, and you see the audience kind of beginning to come back to life.
Audience, come back to life.
Yay! At the end of your turn, however, Cadenza just is like, "You don't know what you've done. Now you can die." She's going to point at you, and a black necrotic beam.
Oh,
Can you make a
no.
Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Dex one. Can I make a dex one?
Constitution saving throw, please.
Spoil my fun. 16.
16. So you get hit by this blast, a finger of death, as it zaps you. You resist some of this necrotic energy being pulled from your body, but you're still going to take, that's going to be 40 points of necrotic damage.
What?
As it just,
How
as it gets
dare
sucked
you.
away from you.
Ooh.
Elora, what would
Tis
you like
but
to
a
do?
scratch.
Are they in a line still? And is any of
They
the
are currently
allies
still in the
affected
line because
by
they've not
that?
moved, the wonders of Dungeons &
Is
Dragons.
Juto in the way of that, though?
She is, so is Reynard.
Okay.
That shouldn't stop you, though.
It really should.
It's a one shot.
So in that case, I am going to cast Blight at 6th level. Why not?
Jeez.
Wait,
Yeah.
at me.
Why not?
That's
Not
very nice.
you.
And which one would you like to target?
Who was the one who did Finger of Death?
Cadenza, the one
That
who's got the heart broken. Okay.
The main
Blight.
one.
So Constitution saving throw for me.
Constitution, saving throw.
Well, that was a 5.
Nice.
So wait, what level am I casting this at? This
You
is
said
I add an
Ninth.
extra. Oh God. Oh. So it's 10d8
Okay.
damage.
So for the sake of speed, I can average it for you, or you can roll.
So let me roll. See what.
Okay.
Yeah, 10, 11, 12,
I want to roll.
Yeah. 18.
I think that average is about
I can
200.
roll on this side if you want.
9, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 5, 6,
Math.
38.
38. And because this is
Wait, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. 49 damage.
right, because this is a one shot, I'm going to double that. So that's 98 points of damage.
Wow. We should do one shots more often.
Yeah, we should. Can we make
Nice.
is next episode a one
However,
shot?
at the end of your turn,
That's okay.
one of them is going to turn around and Minuet is just like, leave Cadenza alone!
Oh, you're gonna
And
die.
she
so
plays
bad.
like a really sharp note on the fiddle.
Okay.
I need you to make an intelligence saving throw. For
An
me, please.
intelligence saving throw.
Yep.
18.
18. Okay. I think you're fine. Let me just check. This is the wonder of D&D. You get to look up spells.
Think you'll find. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, so you feel this kind of power beginning to rob your intelligence, trying to make you feeble-minded.
Oh, God.
But you actually resist, but you do still take 20 points of psychic damage
Cool.
as you feel this horrible kind of power trying to literally sap your intelligence and turn you into a mindless beast. But you manage to resist the power. Cam Buckland.
I'm going to run out to the front of the stage, push past everybody,
Yep.
face the audience and say, we apologize for the technical difficulties. There'll be a moment, and we'll start soon. I'm going to turn around and cast Banish on the closest elf.
Okay, so that to you would be Cadenza, who's in the middle.
And that
Seems to be
wisdom
their
saving
leader.
Throw, please.
She vanishes. You kind of turn around, and with a big flash of light, you just watch as she's like sucked away into a portal, banished to the Feywild. And as this is not her native home plane, that is permanently done. Whoosh! She's vanished away.
Nice.
Thank
it
you.
worked!
Thank you.
You just hear the other two like, no!
And I'm going to walk up to Juto with my remaining movement,
Oh no, no, no,
put
no,
my
no, no.
hand on her face, and pour healing word into her mouth.
Healing word!
You don't have to touch me!
I know it's long range, but
Get over!
I'll cast it at a higher level. I'll see how many I throw.
That was pretty good, actually. All of these are pretty good. Okay, okay.
Math.
18.
18. Go back to Juto.
Oh.
Right,
Healing
so
bonds.
the two remaining elves seem incessantly raged at what they've done. One of them turns to Reynard. You might think you might have dealt with us, but let's see how well you fight against one of your own.
What?
Wisdom saving throw. As they begin to weave a
yeah.
spell.
Easy. I should have asked for help.
Didn't know, did you?
No.
And you've used yours? Oh, no, you haven't.
No,
I
you haven't.
haven't used mine yet. Could I use it in advance?
No.
Come
Because this is too
on.
fun. You can use it as long as the audience promises to make it disadvantaged.
Oh, wow.
Then no.
Ow.
I got 11.
11. You are now dominated, and you are commanded to kill your friend.
Wow. That's
Cool.
how a spell succeeds like that.
The other one will
Never
cast
seen
Vicious Mockery on Cam Buckland. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, damn.
What would the vicious mockery sound like?
It's just like, your hair looks like birds nested in it.
16.
You don't care.
It's a
Why
fact.
What?
Idiot.
You're so gross. And that goes us back up to Reynard's turn.
Oh, joy.
Aye.
Which of your friends would you like to kill?
I'd like to Hunter's Mark Cam, please.
Hunter's mark on Cam?
Don't clap that.
I'd like to sharpshooter, please.
Would you like to ask
Make
for
it
Evandra's
work.
favor?
I'd like to ask for Evandra's
Evandra's
favor, please.
favor!
Oh no. Yeah, boo now, boo, boo.
I couldn't hear that one.
Natural 20 anyway.
Oh, what? No.
Was that a 4? I couldn't tell.
It was fortune.
It was a fortune. You got a natural 20 anyway.
It doesn't matter.
Roll and double those dice.
Okay then.
I'm so dead.
And as it's a one shot, let's double the damage.
What? No.
Well, that's that. That's not good, but that's...
To live
Yeah. Did you sharpshoot him?
I
Any-
sharpshooted, yeah. So that was 551, which is 11.
I fight 11, so 22.
22. Add a 10 onto that, so 32.
But add another 10 because it's doubled because of the critical.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
42.
42.
Plus, oh no, you've done your thunder damage, haven't you? Oh no, thunder damage.
Thunder damage has been done. That's fine.
But Hunter's
Thanks
Mark.
for reminding
Hunter's
him.
Mark has not been done.
I don't think Mark's ever
43
reminded
points
us
of
this.
damage.
Ah!
I have a bonus.
This attack, you do! My God! That's funny, isn't it, Tom?
I'd like to shoot you again, please.
Stop grabbing!
He had
You
two,
don't have advantage on this one.
he had 2 prayers to Avandra, though.
No, Go on then, you can ask.
I think that's fair.
Oh, Avandra, please. May I have your fortune?
Oh, that's advantage.
Cold. So cold.
That was an 18, I think.
Yeah, 18 plus 13. What's your AC? That's 31.
Oh, but it's not sharpshooter then. I mean, you could drop 5.
I'll drop 5.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Oh no. Roll some damage right now.
Oh, great. Okay.
You've got to beat 44 to knock me out.
I've got to beat 44. 15 times 2.
It's 30. Plus
Plus
sharpshooter.
10.
Plus another 10.
Plus another 10.
50 plus Hunter's Mark.
Ay.
He knocked you out in 2 hits.
55. But you're a Lightborn, Cam Buckland. You come back at 1 HP!
I'm back on 1.
I have a bonus action.
No!
I have Axul.
Pull out your scimitar!
Oh,
Axul!
Where is Axel?
A natural 20.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, no, he's really got it.
It all built up to this, Tom. It's all built up
God.
to this.
And you could buy this lucky dice.
Do I get
Nice.
Hunter's Mark with the scimitar?
Absolutely.
I do, don't I? Yeah.
Tom, I've got 1 HP.
You're going to knock him down regardless.
Does 8 kill you?
It's going to knock me out again.
But
I'm awake!
yay!
All for you.
Oh, you're so handsome. You can, however, as you attack a friend, make another wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokie. A natural 1.
Oh my god!
What the hell?
This is rigged.
Anything for you, my ladies.
Rigged.
Buto. The 2 of them remaining do look like they've kind of like some of their energy's been stolen as their friends been evaporated away.
Which one did the thing?
Minuet dominated.
Okay, I'm going for her.
Okay, great. Full power.
Yeah, I'm gonna just beat the crap
Yep.
out of
2
her.
attacks and then flurry.
Yeah, okay. So, that is 14.
14 doesn't hit actually.
15 plus 12.
That hits certainly.
Eh.
So you bring this spinning guan down, you kind of spin it around. The first slash goes wide, but the second one connects with her.
17 points of damage. in
17, double that because it's 1 shot, so 32.
Nice.
Can we do this next week?
No,
total.
What's 17 times 2?
23.
32. 34. Thank you.
Math.
Math. D&D's greatest enemy. Second attack.
30.
Hits.
No, not 30, sorry.
It doesn't matter,
It
you hit.
hits.
Yeah, I hit them.
For the sake of speed,
8 plus 5.
so 13, double,
13.
26. Okay, so with that blow, you stab Minuet through the chest, and you just watch as she kind of evaporates into light and is sucked into a portal the same way that Cadenza was.
And I'm just gonna-
How could you
And I'm-
do
the
that?
dominate then.
Hey.
As I do that, I'm just going to say, what would Grunka say?
Oh.
I mean, she'd be happy.
I will be
Oh,
telling
I
her.
killed him. Oh, no. Nah.
You still have your flurry of blows if you want to rush up to the other one.
Yeah, screw it.
So wham,
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Can I limit break?
Yes, you absolutely can. That's a bonus action though, so you wouldn't get to do anything else.
For a fact, Mark, could you just put my mini on the...
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So-
for accuracy.
Could I, can I actually, so I've still got
Bonus action.
bonus action. Yeah, I'm gonna limit break.
Okay, so you kind of conjure up all the moisture in the area and throw it as a large kind of plane of ice all around her.
Dex saving throw, please.
She just manages to like pull herself free at the last second, but now she's kind of sliding around on the ice. Her footing seems really uneven. After that, it's Elora.
Oh, okay. can I angle myself in a way that I'm not going to hit any of my allies, but hit her?
Yes, by kind of coming like here. You kind of go around to the front of the stage with a kind of stage background, this kind of beautiful curtained background behind her in front of you.
So I used my 6th level, but I still have a 7th level. So
What?
I'm going to use Sunbeam.
Sunbeam! What
know.
kind of saving throw is that?
Constitution.
That's an 11.
They needed an 18, so that's
Nice.
damage now. So it's going to be 68.
6d8.
So 12.
Double, I imagine.
You need to buy
All the
a
dice.
lot of high rollers dice to get that many d8s.
24, I rolled.
Double to 48.
Nice plug.
So with that, you watch as like she's barely holding her form together. Like you can see parts of like her form beginning to fade, rejoining the Feywild as you're pummeling her with this like sun energy. Cam Buckland.
I'm dead.
Unless Elora, would you
Oh,
like to
can
take a
I
bonus?
use my bonus action to do a healing word on
You
Cam?
absolutely can.
Nah, let him do a death saving
I
throw.
forgot.
No, he's got to get the last hit.
Oh, yeah.
Does he?
Why not?
Oh.
He's earned it. He got killed in 2 hits.
9.
9 hit points. You're on 9 hit points.
Enjoy.
I just sit up and I just start sobbing.
Bonus action cry.
With that, I'm just going to throw Nimbus
Okay.
the remaining health.
Okay.
Fuck off.
Give me a roll, Cam Buckland.
It's going to double.
So you throw this kind of glowing dagger.
22.
22 is a hit.
Yes.
You get sneak attack and your poison strikes.
Yes.
What do you need?
D6.
And then double or
Yeah.
plus your dex. Or plus your
10
damage.
Plus 5.
15, double to 30.
30.
You throw the beam, and as it kind of passes through the positive energy of the sunbeam, it kind of gets lit on with glowing energy and pierces straight through into her chest, and her form just explodes. An abrupt eruption that kind of just cascades everywhere. And all 3 of these archfey figures are no more. The crowd begins cheering.
They are alive once again.
A lone voice, a young man with floppy hair wearing a guard's uniform, like, Cam, that was the best bloody show I've ever seen! You do, one of the organizers runs out and say, I hope you all enjoyed this performance, but we will now go to our secondary performers once we've cleared the stage. Come in, magicians.
I just look rattled. Like, I just get led away.
Yeah, it's just,
What is truth?
What is truth?
The remaining performers that are allowed to perform because they've not been arrested, mainly Drax Skalder and Red Frederick and his punk band, go on to perform. There is great celebrations all throughout the kingdom. Everybody enjoys, the Talis Valor enjoys the big summary concert, and you are paid a very discreet 5,000 gold as a kind of, please don't tell anybody that we hired the evil archfey that were going to drain the life out of everybody. They basically pay you what they were going to pay the other performers.
Sounds like that should be an extra 3,000 to keep that quiet.
Sure. You don't get this money in the real campaign, so I'm not arguing about it.
I'm gonna mark
Damn
it
it.
down.
Can I set fire to something on my way out?
You can set fire to Travan if you like.
Yeah.
Okay. He's being dragged away in chains. It turns out that upon some further investigations, he's been linked to a number of illegal magical robberies regarding the occult, several kind of hidden artifacts. The wand that was discovered was actually planted in Corvus's room to try and throw off the scent.
Good catch.
Can I set fire to his guitar?
Yes, you can. It's like a fancy-looking lute.
I'll
And
just be like, ding-a-ling.
my baby, no! Dragged away, pulled away by the guards.
Amazing.
I'd probably spend one of that 1,000 to raise the satyr from the dead.
What a lovely gesture.
win
When you
back the
raise her, her eyes kind of flutter alive. We won't do resurrection rules. We'll just do normal D&D.
How attractive is she?
She is a satyr, so she has like a fawnish appearance, kind of like deer antlers, deer ears, little speckled skin. She's very cute.
I'm going to ask, when I did the spell,
Yeah.
for the room to be completely private.
Okay.
It affects my concentration.
Right.
And I would position her so that when she came back to life, she would be in proper kissing pose.
Okay. Her eyes flutter open. Oh my! Who are you?
I
Oh, God.
am Camulus Arun Buckland, and I just saved your goddamn life.
She goes doe-eyed. Yeah, sure. And with that, we will bring this adventure to a close.
Please do.
Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. A big round of applause for our players, please.
Thank you, guys.
Another round of applause for the amazing Insomnia staff who built this amazing stage and set all this up for us.
And are not
Thank you.
addicted to magical drugs.
Thank you. If you want to grab some merch on the way out, it is over there. We should have a little stand going. Thanks to Barry and Akawais for running that for us.
We get a huge round of applause from Mark Humes, our DM for tonight. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming. It means
Thank you for
so
coming.
much.
If you've never seen High Rollers before, if you've enjoyed this and you want to watch more, we live stream every Sunday at 5 p.m. GMT over on twitch.tv/Yogscast. There's a YouTube playlist called Yogs Live, which has got all of our episodes. There's more of this kind of crazy fun you can come and check out, along with loads of other awesome D&D streams that we've done. And it's a load of fun. Thank you guys all so much for coming. Have a safe trip home.
you.
Thank you once again.
Thank you.